Welcome everybody to RVT. This is RVT, Rasheed's Video Tube, in conjunction with JC, Rasheed's Music Jukebox Center. And I am Rasheed, the R-Man, coming on live on social media, Google, YouTube, Instagram, and other social media platforms. Glad you guys here. Welcome to my house. You know the routine. Sit back and relax and don't be so mean. Alright, now here we go. Welcome to Sunday, the 5th, I believe it is. The 5th of September. See you in September. See you when the summer's through. Glad you guys here. I thought we could continue on with this science fiction virus. That's our virus. Yeah, that's our virus around here. We have a science fiction virus. And I'm glad you guys could partake in it. I hope you guys are getting this science fiction virus, because I do believe it will help us. It will help us. Things are looking a little bit better. The water is subsiding. They're getting things rolling now a little bit. Didn't catch the news per se. We didn't really catch the news. But from the way it looks, you know, like from the clippings, the news clippings, things are looking a little bit better than they were. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and keep hoping for the best on that note. So welcome everybody. Yeah, I was talking earlier this week about how I was a Jehovah's Witness. I was a Jehovah's Witness. I was a child. And what happened was, we was on field service. Field service is something you guys familiar with, is when Christians come to your door, knock on your door. Of course, Jehovah's Witnesses are known for that, knocking on your door. That's the big punchline with Jehovah's Witnesses, knocking on your door and stuff like that. So I was a child in field service with my parents and a couple of friends, and I came across this robot. And this story here is very personal to Sadicians. It's very personal to us because well, you'll see. Anyway, I came across this toy robot. It was about this as a 9-year-old child. The robot was about the size of their forearm. So it was a nice sized robot. And it looked something like that on the screen. And I wanted that robot with a passion. I'm talking with a passion. So what happened was, it was propped up against a tree. Sweetie, I know. It was propped up against a tree. And I picked it up, and the head was off of it. But I noticed that right under the chin, under the head, was bubble gum. It was cheap bubble gum. So I know that a child tried to put bubble gum on a robot and thinking that the head will stay on the robot. So obviously, of course, that's not going to work. So bubble gum was on it. So it was propped up against a tree, I guess, to be in a trash, or a child could walk by and take it or whatever, because it wasn't in the trash. It was just propped up against the tree on a curve. So I picked it up and I put it behind my back, and I tried to hide it from my parents. Fucking assholes. And then my dad came over and said, "What you got there behind your back there? What you got there?" I said, this is a robot. And then the friends start coming over there. My mother was there. He said, Roddy, put that down. Put that down. I said, Dad, I can use this. This was a healthy looking robot. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it looked exactly like what you're looking at on the screen. And it was all black. And it wasn't the same robot, guys. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't the same robot. It looked different, you know. But I'm talking with the square head, square body, the arm. It looked like what you're looking at. It wasn't an exact one, but it looked like that. And I wanted it with a passion. With a real passion. And my dad just wouldn't let me bring it. He wouldn't. He said, Roddy, that thing full of germs. My mother would say, it's Rashid, that's Nancy. I said, Mom, please, because it was in good condition. It was even clean. The only thing the head was missing, and somebody put bubble gum under the fucking head trying to make it stick to the body. Of course, you know, you think that, you know, that was like a childish, that's childish thinking. But you can see a child was responsible. But Dad, please let me bring it in. Roddy, that thing is disgusting. Put it back. Put it down. And I was changed, guys. I can't explain it, but I was changed. And this happened around 1976, 1977, somewhere around there. So it happened in a very long time. I was like 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years, something like that. I was affected. I was, you know, everybody, if not everybody, I'll say 80% of us, at least 80% of us, remember a situation, an incident that we wanted something and our parents just said no. And it had a profound effect on us in some way or another. It had a profound effect on us. And that incident had a really profound effect on me. Yeah, it changed me. It changed the way I think. Because in ways of like, you know, we can't have shit. You know, we can't have shit, man. And I say we can't have shit because, you know, it's okay when your parents bring home toys and stuff like that. But what about if your relative, if your parents didn't care or was like, who was like, okay, like Jimmy on the Mickey Mouse Club in the 50s. You know, a man, like a man child. You know, that would be so cool to have a parent, a man, like a child, who came over and said, you know what, that does look like we could fix that up. You know, a cool parent and shit. But you had these parents, dude, man, that can't have shit, can't do a damn fucking. And that's the kind of parents I had. I didn't have like a funny like parent, like, you know, there's parents out. They out there. They out there. They act like children. They grown adults. They just act like children. You know, these parents, they just act like children, and they like, you know, like, okay, you know, your child building like something in the backyard or something. Your parents say, hey, you know, your dad say, okay, I'll build it with you. You know, it's be cool to have a parent like that. And I ain't had that shit. Motherfucker.
Well, hello, Larry.
Hello, Larry.
You talk to people all day for a living.
Hello, Larry.
But all those easy answers you are giving, are you really living your life that way? Portland is a long way from LA.
A long way.
Hello, Larry.
Hello, Larry.
2 kids to raise alone just ain't that easy.
Hello, Larry.
The questions they are asking aren't that breezy. The answers you are giving don't always pay. But that's the way it is with kids today. The calls are coming in, you better start to grin, 'cause you never know
told Meredith that if she wanted to meet guys, she had to loosen up.
Let her hair down.
Yeah, into the 80s. So we got her a new do and some wild new boots from Payless.
Payless has all the latest style.
For Payless prices, she could still afford to go out and practice mingling.
Want to dance?
Sure.
I think she's getting the hang of it.
Right now at Payless, women's fashion boots and all these great styles are on sale for just $14.99 to $19.99. Payless Shoe Source. You could pay more, but why?
Get branded at the American Pants Company's brand name sale. Get branded with acid wash jeans in fantastic new colors. Jordache, Bill Blast, Sergio, Calvin Klein, Alessio, and Ginger from $29.99. Get branded at the American Pants Company with Zodiac sweatshirts, $10.99, sets, $24.99, caps, $3.99. On sale now at the American Pants Company, Frankfurt, 69th Street, and Roxborough, and our new store at 12th and Paseo.
Give me a mountain and nothing to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and smooth, refreshing Mountain Dew. Yeah. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me my good friends, give me a dew. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Goody, 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 goody. Goody got it, Goody got it. Sam Goody got it, Sam Goody got it, Sam Goody. Sam Goody got it.
We've got it. Summer savings at Sam Goody. Pick up Theater of Pain from Motley Crue, Invasion of Your Privacy, new from Rat, and Shaken and Stirred by Robert Plant. On sale now, only $6.99 each. Store-wide summer savings at Sam Goody.
Goody, Goody, Sam Goody got it. Goody, Goody. Sam Goody got it, Sam Goody got it.
Sam Goody. Got it.
So anyway, I didn't get the robot. I put it back, and I was changed. I was just so bitter. I was just so fucking bitter. But look at me now, today. Look at us, sweetie. You know what? Look at us doing robot shows. Whoever thought? If somebody came up to me when I was a child, right then and there, and said, "Rashid, don't worry about it. When you get older, you're gonna be doing robot shows on a system where other people gonna be listening to you." I would have lost my fucking mind. Not only would I have not believed them. Let's be honest, I would have not believed them. I would have lost my fucking mind. And yet here we are to this day, and we're going through that. We're going through that. It's like, wow, you know, like wow. I can't believe. Show these robots up here. Look at these robots. Look at these different robots. Look at this. Which robot do you fancy when you look at this right here? Which one do you fancy? I still believe that droid robot they got to represent social media, I think that should be part of this. I don't see it anywhere. I just don't see it anywhere. But that droid that represents social, you know, you can buy that. You could go and, I think GameStop, you could go buy that thing just to have on your desk, and some people have them. But which one do you fancy? I like all of these things here. I like all of these things here. I really do. It's extremely hard to get the square-head robot. I think you got to order that one online, because I don't think they sell them in stores anymore. That's too old. That's too retro. Yeah, you gotta buy them in stores. I mean online, because they don't sell them in stores. But anyway, you look at these robots here, and they give you a sense of, hey, you know, this is awesome. As a child, as a boy child, and as a girl child, you may feel as though like, hey, this is like this is really fun. You know, this is really fun as a child seeing something like this. Because, you know, your imagination really could go off, because your imagination goes off on science fiction. You know, that's the platform. That's the field where your brain can really take off and your imagination could just go fucking crazy. You know. But when you look at these robots, some of them turn on and make noises and all of that shit. It's really cool to have. And something they move and they walk. And they don't sell them no more. And kids today, in my opinion, are missing out on this shit. They missing out on how fun this is. How much fun it is to have one of these. You know, they missing out on it. They really missing out on it. So, yeah, I came across them. I was having a conversation with my peeps. And we started talking about that incident right there. And now look at us today. You know, you never know what the future gonna hold. I mean, you just fucking never know what the future gonna hold. You just never know, man. You just never know. It's just it's a magnificent world. Life is very magnificent. It's just all how you perceive it, because you don't know what's going to happen down the line. You don't know, like what can happen down the line. And something like this, being able to come on the air and talk about this shit, is really amazing to me, to us. Yeah, that's what I mean, to us. So, hats off to that. Got some shows coming up, guys. I got, speaking of science fiction, I got Space Renegades coming up. Okay, I got Space Renegades coming up. I got Aqua Rangers, RYS, and Dragonfly. And if you notice, they all science fiction. Space Renegades is science fiction. Aqua Rangers, RYS is science fiction. And Dragonfly is science fiction. And the thing is, you never know. You never notice that. You know, we never paid it no attention that the show's coming up. All the science fiction. I mean, we really are sci-fi buffs around here. Now, we also have another episode of Rashid Cowboy. Now, that's not sci-fi per se, but it is part, because it's kind of like a documentary. It's a documentary where I talk about the supernatural and stuff like that. So science fiction may come up in the conversations. You know, science fiction may come up, and then another episode of Linda Lace, a brand new episode. I wanted to mention that last show we did. I said that we have Electric Dreams coming up. Now that's a science fiction animation that's coming up. We're gonna see that first with another episode of Linda Lace. Okay, what I forgot to mention, or maybe you didn't catch it or not, is that other episode of Linda Lace is a pre-existing. We saw it already. All right, it's not brand new. It's the last episode that we saw. We're gonna just re-see it. Okay, a brand new episode of Linda Lace is gonna be playing with Rashid's Cowboy. Just so you know that. Just so you know that, guys. Who didn't catch what's going on with that? You know, another episode of, you know, the episode of Linda Lace we're gonna watch. We saw it already. The brand new one, once again, is gonna be playing with Rashid Cowboy. A brand new episode of Rashid Cowboy. Okay, so I just wanted to clear that up. I thought we could just talk about some sci-fi, look at some pictures, you know, hang out, chew some fat. You know what I'm saying, guys? All right, so just.
Dance, even pirouette. They do so many things. They're as cute as you can get. All together now! It's so great to watch and play. Those bouncing kids can make your day. Bouncing kids can from Galoob. This is a new kind of toilet paper, quilted Northern. You don't have to squeeze new Northern to tell how soft it is. It's quilted, so you can see how soft it is. New Quilted Northern. Quilted for a softness you can see.
New Quilted Northern. Quilted for a softness you can see.
Go ahead, Greg.
I don't think I can.
Come on, Pillow. Don't be a chicken.
Well,
Chicken!
okay. On Friday, September 10th, the Brady Bunch invites you to a special preview of ABC's great new Saturday morning programs. You'll see scenes from The Roadrunner, The Jackson 5 Show, The Jerry Lewis Show, and Curiosity Shop, and lots of others. I hope you'll join us. How'd I do?
That was terrible. You look at
When you're searching for something for your little girls or boys, and you're finding high prices but not finding toys,
and you're sad and you're blue and you're tired of running round,
let Lionel Kitty City turn that frown upside down, upside down. If that selection upside down, Lionel Kitty City makes it easy for you. Their prices and selection are among the best around. There's Lionel Kitty City, turn that frown.
Well, hello, Larry. You talk to people all day for a living. But all those easy answers you are giving, are you really living your life that way? Portland is a long way from L.A. A long way. Hello, Larry. Two kids to raise alone just ain't that easy. The questions they are asking aren't that breezy. The answers you are don't always pay, but that's the way it is with kids today. The calls are coming in, you better start to grin, cause you never know just what they're gonna say. Hello, Larry. Hello, Larry. Hello, Larry. Hello, Larry. Hello, Larry. Well, hello, Larry.
Win a VCR from Pepsi and Acme. Register at the Pepsi display of your local Acme. One VCR prize at each store.
All right, so just stick around and sit back and let's do this, okay? Let's talk about this weather, okay? One thing you gotta realize also that it's been raining. This hurricane that we had. Stop bitching so much about it, because I'll tell you why. Things could be a lot worse. You know, things could be a lot worse with this hurricane. We never had a typhoon. Okay? And if we had a typhoon, okay, we are talking massive destruction. So just be thankful we didn't have a typhoon. We just have these hurricanes every year. We never had, okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's September. It's typhoon season. Oh, everybody be half dead. No doubt about it. We be some dying ass son of a bitches. So just be thankful it's a hurricane and not a typhoon. So stop bitching so much, and just realize also is that the air is very moist, because of all of this water. And thank goodness that this incident didn't happen in like the beginning of August. Right, or the middle of July. Because we are talking, it will be mosquitoes it will be an invasion of mosquitoes all over the place. Not just mosquitoes, but other land dwellers who, you know, it will be just a massive insect problem. More than we have now. Y'all notice that there's a lot of insects. If y'all got a roach problem, or ants, or stuff like, you notice all of a sudden they just coming out of all. That's because the air is moist. And they're responding to that. For some reason they respond. I think they eat the mold that forms when the air is moist. So right now you may see a lot of roaches all over the place, or ants or whatever. That's because the air is moist. That's because the air is moist. And what you can do about that, you gotta bomb your house. We gotta bomb ours. Okay, so you may see a lot of insects right now and rodents right now. because they respond to moist in the air. And whoever has a house that's cemented per se, watch that, because it'll be a lot of it might be some buildings collapsing for no reason. All of that is because the air is moist. So you might get some buildings that may just collapse for absolutely no goddamn reason. After all, because this is hurricane season, that means the air is going to be extremely moist. That equals buildings just falling the fuck down. So hopefully you have a very structured dwelling place where you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Okay? So I just wanted to drop that by until we get to this. Check out this science fiction picture here about this robot giving some man some kind of fucking. Look at this shit. Look at this. Now that's the note. Now that's, I'm sure. Let me see. That right there is. I just got a message from something. I got a message from something. It's okay. That right there is a. You can see it's a retro picture. It's a retro picture, but it's one of the funniest, insignificant. It's very sarcastic. It's very sarcastic. And the question is, do you find you're going through this shit right now? In a way, in a strange way. A strange way. Do you feel like that right now? That robot is taking your fame, your attention. This attention belongs with you. You supposed to have this fucking attention. And yet, that picture right there, if you could animate what's going on now, it would look like that. Like this machine have all the attention. This tech has all the goddamn attention. And do you feel like that right there? I came across this picture. And it's a very powerful picture. I just want to, we're going to be having this also, talking about this also on RVT, Rashid's video too, from time to time, because they say a picture has 1,000 words, 1,000,000 words, 1,000,000,000 words. Look at this shit. And look at the guy's face expression. I mean, he's like, are you kidding me? I'm begging for money now. I want to go beg for money now because of you, and you come over here and pour some shit like that? Are you kidding me? I mean, his face expression says it all. I mean, I just think this is very artistic. It gets to the point, the heart of the man, and it's retro. You can see it's retro. You can see from the way the man on the ground in the suits, the way they look. I'm guessing 1950s. Yeah, I'm guessing 1950s. That is very. Well, what do you think about it? What do you think about it? I mean, talk about a science fiction picture. This is sci-fi like oh my God. I mean, this is really it's really what? We're like a humanoid. You know, like a human. I mean, this is very. It's so much to say about it, because when you see a picture like this, you think about the future. It's like a futuristic, what can happen, or what might happen. It probably happened in Japan before it happened to any fucking body, because they the ones making robots to do every fucking thing. Probably happened to them guys before any fucking body. I don't know. But that's very that's a very interesting picture. A robot helping out a human. Yeah. Check out this metal hurlings. I think that is so sexy there. I like that. I mean, I really, really like this picture right here. I like this picture right here. I think this is a magazine cover of this woman sitting on this rocket. Because it's a rocket. And she's sitting there and she's like, I mean, I think it's sexy as hell. You can see this is a retro picture also. It's a shame we don't have that anymore. That kind of love of science fiction that these artists today can make stuff like this. You know, it made you back in the 50s per se. I mean, they were science fiction crazy back then. They really was. And this spawned a lot of imagination. It spawned a lot of artists doing pictures of what can happen, the sexy part of science fiction, and a lot of other shit. You know, and it's like, this is the era. Back in the 50s, you could rightly say this is the era for sci-fi. You know, this is the era for sci-fi. And you can rightly say that back in the 1950s. You can rightly say that. Sexy picture this is. And I can't keep my eyes off of action. I can't keep my eyes off it. Metal Hurlet. I think that was a magazine. I'm pretty sure it's a magazine. Metal Hurlet. Hurlet. But who is Noel? You see where the fire is? The fire is dispatching from this rocket. It says Noel. I wonder who was Noel. What does the Noel represent? What is that Noel? What does that mean? That Noel part right there. What does that mean? That Noel part. Very, very interesting picture right here. Very, very interesting picture. Magazine cover. I would get it. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you about that. If I was at a newsstand, I would get it. Anyway, needless to say, let's talk about some electric dreams. Ooh la la, ooh la ooh. Electric dreams. I don't know why the fuck. That is not the song for this. That's the song for the 80s Electric Dreams. But I just can't help it. I can't help it. We have we also have the name. We came up with the name for this global, this hijacking of technology. We have a name. We have a name for it. Okay, we have a name for it. And I created what this global technology is. Okay? And I'm going to let y'all see it. Okay? And this is it right here. This is it right here. Now, I've changed it. That picture right there, I've changed it. But the name of the global technology industry that's taking over everything is called the global technology trade. It's not global trade technology. It's global technology trade. So y'all looking at y'all looking at how it was the first time. It's called the global trade technology. The global technology trade. Wait a minute, I'm getting fucking confused here. Wait a second. It's called the global technology trade. That's the name of it. Yeah, global. Oh, so y'all looking at it right? Yeah, they looking at it right. Okay, we changed it. Okay, the global technology trade. That's the name of the organization. Okay, I remember. I'll fix this. Okay. The global technology trade. And the global technology trade is, okay, here's the dummy right here on a piece of paper. Alright, look at this. Let me see. Let me see something for a second here. Did we take a picture of that? I don't even think we... Okay, just don't worry about it. Just know that we have the dummy over here. Let me see. Let me see. It might be here. Let me see. Let me just check around for a few minutes here. Wait a minute. Okay. It's not there. Give me a few seconds here. I'm glad to have you, science fiction buffs over here. Because this really, believe it or not, trust me on this. Trust me on this. This works. This'll work. You know what I'm saying, guys? This'll work. Because we're going through so fucking much, and science fiction is right on time. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Besides being in spirituality, see, I can't really get into spirituality with you guys. I just can't do it because you guys are not about that. A lot of you guys are not about that spiritual stuff. So, okay, this is a station, and it is a spiritual station, but I don't want to be, I don't want to be greedy and say, okay, we're going to do some spirituality around here, no matter if you like it or not. We're going to do some spirituality. I don't want to fucking do that. I don't want to fucking do that. So, okay, we come up with something to keep on. What's the best thing? It's like science fiction. It's like Jello goes with everything. You know? It's like Jello goes with everything. Jello goes with everything. It's that simple. There's always room for Jello. You know? I mean, science fiction goes with everything. I mean, there's always room for science fiction. There's always room for science fiction, dude. There's always room for science fiction, and that's really awesome to get into. Okay, to get into, and it's a time. It really entertains us. Who doesn't like science fiction in some way or another? I mean, it's a category that everybody can agree on. You know, I don't like murder. I don't like scariness. I don't like. Some people say I don't like animation. I don't like. Okay, what about science fiction movies? It's like, okay, it's very agreeable amongst groups. It's very agreeable. So, okay, we chose that around here because RBT could get sci-fi, and I'm seriously, don't be shocked. Please don't be shocked if you turn around. Don't be shocked if you turn around now and you see like RBT's of Science Fiction October with I think we did that already. So no, we did Science Fiction with Christmas. And that was fucking odd. Yeah, that was odd. RBT Science Fiction Christmas. That was weird. But it was fun. But don't forget if you turn around and you see Science Fiction October or something like that, October right here. And who knows? Who knows? But this is something we can really sink our teeth into and just have fun with it. Right? So, and that's that. That's why this was chosen. Wise choice. Wise decision. Wise decision. Yeah, wise decision. Do you want me to take the picture and show these guys how it used to look? This global technology trade. Okay, fuck it then. This is what it is here. Now, this global technology trade, the catchphrase for it is better life, better days, better future. Better life, better days, better future. And this is responsible for the transformation of the way our world used to be compared to what our world now is. And here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about it. That the global technology trend is not responsible. They're just trying to be responsible. They're trying to get control and tell the world we're responsible for this. That's what they're trying to do. But they can't. You can't do that to tech that's taking over. You just can't. A government just can't do that. But they're trying to do it. They're trying to do it, and they just can't do it. They're responsible for the cyber sharks. The reason why and that's only because they unleash the cyber sharks. They unleashed them, meaning they didn't create them. The global technology trade didn't create them. They just released them, meaning the computer took over, it's taking over everything with tech. We got that. Okay, we got that part. That part right there we got that. Now, here's the thing. Now, pay attention. The computer is going by what people said the computer was when you search. They say you're surfing the net. You're surfing the net. See? Surfing. That word surfing. You're on the beach. You're in the ocean. You're surfing. Okay, sharks. So the computer is going with that. The fact that the surfing part is going with the surfing part. So it developed the sharks to come and get you if you surfing the net, but because it will think you're searching for something trying to destroy it. So it will naturally send out these sharks. Because in a way you are, yes, what I'm saying, you are surfing. Even though you're trying to find a secret code or whatever, you're still kind of surfing. So it's sending out these sharks. The computer's stupid. It's a dummy. It doesn't realize that the sharks belong in water. That's not the point. It's just the fact that sharks go with surfing. Surfers got to be careful and all that shit. So the computer's going, it's stupid. So it created these cyber sharks because somebody's surfing. So it's putting it together, the computer putting it together, you're surfing, here's the sharks. You see what I'm saying? And that's where it came from. That's how the concept of these cyber sharks came from. That's what happened. The global technology trade, they the ones put it in order for that to happen. Because when the computer took over their computer, they was already a corporation. They said, okay, we're going to put this over here, and put this over here, and put this in order. They put everything in order. They're not responsible for it, but they put it in order. So now, because they put this, the algorithm, the main engines, the mainframe, they put it in a position where if anybody is trying to destroy what's going on, these sharks will come out because they're surfing. You see, and that's how you got these cyber sharks. I'm pretty high on my creating this. When I created this, I'm trying to because when I create, you say, Rashid, this is kind of crazy. This is kind of odd. This is kind of odd because that don't make sense. The sharks is flying through the air. It's like saying, okay, goldfish are flying through the air. Or a starfish. Instead of a real star being up in the sky, you got a starfish. Not a star, but a starfish. That don't even make sense. You got cyber sharks flying through the air. That don't make sense. You ever see that movie Sharknado? Okay, a tornado with sharks on it. It's stupid. But people like that kind of shit. You know, people like that kind of shit. Sharknado make more sense than this right here. Sharks flying through the air. These aren't normal sharks, though. They are computer sharks that's developed by the computer algorithm system. They're not real sharks. How can they be, for Christ's sake? But in the movie Sharknado, they're real sharks. They get wrapped up in the water, and everybody know the deal with Sharknado who saw that. It's a very popular movie. If you ain't seen it, I recommend you go and check it out. It's a very good movie. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's Tara Reid and the guy from Beverly Hills 90210. Yeah, Steve. The guy named was Steve, whatever. Okay. Yeah, go check out Sharknado. But the point is, Sharknado make more sense than this shit. But these are robot sharks. They're not regular sharks. They're robot sharks. They're droid sharks. They robot droid sharks. They're not normal. They can't be. So that's where it came from. That's where this global technology trade came from, taking over everything. So it's definitely a new world order. It's definitely a new world order. And
Wollt ihr den totalen Krieg? Vor uns liegt Deutschland, in uns marschiert Deutschland und hinter uns kommt Deutschland!
A new world order.
And it's just very exciting to be a part of something like this, of this corporation that's really trying to get hold and say we're responsible for this, you know. We're responsible. It's almost like that 6 Feet and Roy, whatever like that, with the white tigers. And and they got attacked. It's like, be careful, because they could get attacked. The global technology trade could get attacked. I know that's a bad example to use, 6 Feet and Roy or whatever, with the white tigers, but I'm just saying they trying to take over, but they could get attacked. You know? It's just an amazing thing there that they still trying to do it, because they the only corporation that's on top of everything, and they was on top of everything before this global technology. They was on top of everything before. So now they really, that's what I'm saying, now they really boss. They say, oh, we got this shit. You know, they say, we got this shit. I mean, this is, oh, we got this. And everybody's acknowledging them as leader. Everybody needs a leader. So the people in this world is following suit. Now, the name of the global technology trade is JAPA, and I told you that before. That's JAHPAH. That's the name of the technology, the global technology trade. It's called JAPA. It's called JAPA. So you see, they have a main name, JAPA, and you would think it stands for Global Technology Trade. That's GTT, but JAPA has not got nothing to do with it. It's just called JAPA. That's the name of it, JAPA. So you got this massive computer. You got this massive computer industry that's trying to own this global technology. They're trying to own this global technology that's taking over everything. Now, I'm a robot. Cindy is a robot. and we have the professor with us. So far, that's what we have. So far. And our job, of course, is trying to get rid of this shit. Trying to find a way to get rid of it. Didn't get most of the characters down packed yet in this global system. This global system of things. We didn't get, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We didn't get everything. Like, I didn't make all the characters for it yet. But so far, we have 3 main ones. That's me, Cindy, and the professor. We're the main ones so far. I'm trying to think. That's what I'm trying to think about. No, that's all we have so far. You know, that's all we have so far. And I know there'll be other characters in this. Like, I didn't really, I'm like the girl on the poster. Right there. Her character. She's gonna be in it. I didn't really, I created her situation, but I didn't really create her situation. So her situation is, is in development. So she's gonna be in it. You're gonna have a lot of kooky characters of this technology world coming out of nowhere. Just coming out of nowhere. She just took off his hat. That's all she did. She just took off his hat. I'm watching this spiritual evangelism. You know how they evangelize in the street? Okay, I'm watching that. I just really like that. Evangelist in the street. I'm just a fan of that. So it's funny. And y'all saw me upload a video where I was laughing because one of the guys walked by and said, yeah, he said, you may be a drunk, and the guy walked by and I started laughing because it's just, that kind of stuff is just very fucking funny to me. It's just amazing how people are. They just don't give a fuck. And it's just funny when they like that. It's just funny. So I'm watching now this evangelist while I'm doing this science fiction. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Around here, we totally away from the world today. I mean, like, on top of being away from the world, we're away from it. Dude, you got to be. This world, you're going to fuck off. In fact, it was going to fuck off before anything ever happened. It was going to fuck off. But now, you would think that man will be like, okay, you know what? We made some mistakes. Let's go back a little bit and retrace our steps and see, can we, you think man was like that. It will be like that. But they're getting worse. I mean, people dying for fucking Christ's sake. At least before they were just dying because of drugs, fighting and robberies and stuff like that. Now they dying off the weirdest shit. That's how fucked up man got. I mean, dying off the weirdest fucking shit. It's amazing how they get, the scriptures is right. The Bible is right when it says man getting the bad the worst, And now it's just beyond comprehension. That's why there's got to be Armageddon starting. And I told you we're not quoting nothing around here. We're not quoting nothing, but we're pretty sure this is the Great Tribulation starting. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. And the thing, and with that in mind, talking about a new world order, it's fascinating to be in science fiction right now, because if this is God's kingdom, this heaping upon us, this is a hell of a thing to be doing for a hobby, because it really will fuck with your head. Like, damn, we are totally away from our world where we come from. And we're talking in the sense of the 21st century when Bill Clinton was president, when Reagan was president, when even Bush was president. I mean, we're away from all of that shit. All of it. If you like really believe that this is the Great Tribulation starting, and you're getting into science fiction at the same time. I mean, we're never. How can we possibly go back to the world we used to? How? You explain it to me and tell me how. How can that be done? How can that be done? I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. Ain't no way we could do it. Ain't no way we could do it, man. Ain't no way we could do it.
Hold it. Snap out of it. Do I look like dinner for a guy like you? I'm a one-course meal. You want the whole kit and caboodle. It's a new dining experience. Come here. Look at all these shapes and 5 yummy flavors plus stuffing. You see any stuffing here?
New Kit and Caboodle brand cat food. So many shapes and flavors it makes other meals seem downright mousy.
Cats.
Oh, no! Forgot to have the fabric softener.
If only she knew about Solo. You can't forget the softener in Solo. Because Solo is detergent and fabric softener in one. Solo gives you a clean so soft, it's actually fluffed up higher with softness.
Oh, you stop.
Next time, get Solo. It cleans with a softness you can't forget.
I've never seen 10,000 tapes in one store.
There's so much kid stuff. And I can keep them for 3 evenings.
Now this is a video store. Ordinary video stores don't even come close to Blockbuster Video. You've just got to see it to know what we mean.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, what a difference. Blockbuster Video.
Come discover the Blockbuster difference.
Wow.
Where you gonna find that special toy at a price that's really low? Not at the zoo, but here's a thought for you. There's a really great place to go. KB Toy Store. We got the toys and the price you're looking for.
At KB, when we talk about low prices, we're not just blowing smoke. We've got Nyland's Classic Rescue Pumper for only $22.99.
KB Toy Store. We got the toys and the price you're looking for.
You hear that right there? That is Tic Tacs. Y'all know I got my Tic Tacs on my desk. But here's the thing about it. I was in, what store was it? We was in, I forgot one. Walmart is our subscribers. Yeah, Walmart is one of our subscribers. So, I was at the counter, and I saw Coca-Cola Tic Tacs. I'm talking a drink, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola Tic Tacs. So I got some. And guys, I'm telling you, they taste exactly like the drink, beverage. I don't know how they did this. I don't know what ingredients they put in here to make it like that. But I swear to you, I mean, it tastes exactly like Coca-Cola. Exactly like Coca-Cola. I'm impressed. I'm really fucking impressed. Amazing. These Tic Tacs taste like Coca-Cola. Really does. I wonder how they do that. I think Coca-Cola, because Coca-Cola got a ginger kind of taste. That's why they got ginger ale. you know, ginger is a root. So you got ginger ale. Ginger tastes like ginger because it's a root. But Coca-Cola has a ginger taste a little bit. Kinda, I don't know. It's just a flavor the man made up. You know, man created his own flavor, which is Coca-Cola. But it's still gingerish. You know, got a little ginger. But maybe that's how they did it. I don't know. But it tastes exactly like no, this is Coca-Cola Tic Tac. It's Tic Tac, and it looks just like the Coca-Cola red. You know, the red logo. The whole thing is red. It tastes exactly like Coca-Cola. It's amazing. It's amazing what man could do. His accomplishments, but he can't, you know, get things in order. It's just really fucking gets to me. Really gets to me. But nevertheless, let me see something. Did I write anything? Okay. Global Technology Trade. That's the name of it. Global Technology Trade. And they some bad sons of bitches. Now, the overall story about them, what are they aim? What are their goals? What are they trying to do? What's going on here with them? You will find out when you follow the animation. You will find out all of that when you follow the animation of what's going on with them. What do they want from society now that this global technology is taking over every damn thing? What are they looking for? What the fuck is going on here? Do they believe? Where's God at? Where's God? Would you believe God is around? God is approving? You know what? Everything that goes on today, every single thing that goes on today, God approves of. If it doesn't go on, and that means we don't know about it, you know? That means it's something that don't exist. That means God didn't approve of it. Everything that we know about, God said in the scriptures that there's nothing new under the sun. You know, there's nothing new under the sun now. God actually approves of everything that goes on a planet Earth. Everything. If he didn't approve it, it will not go on. It's in the scriptures. So, we're spiritual people. That baby, let me say what I got to say. We're spiritual people. We're spiritual people. And that means, this is what that means. That a spiritual person is creating this right here. Me. I created this whole thing. This whole thing. Why God will not be here? God approves of this global technology. Do God now hear me out. Right now, what we're going through right now with social media. Does God approve of it? Yes or no? Yes or no? Of course he does. Because number one, you have the Bible on the encyclopedia on here. People are going on their cell phones and read the Bible now. That's very convenient than before. Very convenient than before. And we could go on and on. You could spread Jesus' gospel on social media like a vine, like an out-of-control vine is growing out of control. There's spiritual groups on here. There's spiritual Bible studies on here, which we take advantage of. Any time of day, God is in our lives if we want him to be. Think about it. We have access to God's word 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I'm talking not just some kind of lecture or sermon. We can look at anything is spiritual. We talking about movies, concerts, music, plays, stuff for kids, dance, anything, dude. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, spreading the gospel of Jesus in the palm of our hands. Why wouldn't God approve social media? Why? It's bad to anything. Of course, social media have avenues where people doing some crooked shit on here. Some, X-rated shit on here and all of this shit like that. Okay, we got all of that. But still, God focuses on His Word. You can go to spiritual websites, get involved in spiritual groups, and you could be really upbuilt. You could go on a line, live stream in groups where everybody, all Christians looking at each other, talking about God. Why wouldn't God approve social media? Now, here's the thing about that. God approved the television also, but the television got a bad reputation from it being the television. They call it Satan's eyeball. All the television is Satan's eyeball, And that's something y'all know about Christians, see that. The television is the worst thing you can have when you're a Christian, or even a Muslim. It's the worst thing to have. It's the worst thing to have. So, it's just odd that social media doesn't have the reputation of television when in reality, social media is worse than television. You don't hear somebody saying, you don't hear social media is Satan's eyeball. You don't hear that shit. But you heard it with television. As far as the radio go, you never heard anything. That's what I'm saying. You never heard anything. You never heard anything with the radio. What do all of this mean? What do all of this mean is as follows. This global technology trade is taking over this world right here. God is here. God is here. He's here and He approves it. Just like He approved, they say, how could God approve a child that gets killed? How could God approve something like that? A child that gets killed. How could God approve that? God approving these sharks coming out of nowhere and ripping somebody's fucking head off. How could God approve the Holocaust? The Holocaust, Christians, Hitler killed Christians. And God sat and approved it. He approved it. He got his reason. But the point is He still approved it. So, likewise, God approving these cyber sharks coming out ripping everybody's fucking head off. So what I'm trying to say is God is around. Well, here's the thing. You never watch Star Wars. You never watch Star Wars or something like that, or Buck Rogers, which is my favorite, Buck Rogers. You never watched anything like that and somebody say, Jesus Christ. Like Battlestar Galactica. Starbuck or somebody flying and all of a sudden say, Jesus Christ, they're right behind you. And this is Battlestar Galactica or Star Wars. They say, Jesus Christ, they right. You never hear anything like that. But you probably hear it in my shit. You'll hear it in here. You know what you feel where I'm coming from now? You will hear it in my shit. But you'll never hear it in no science fiction stuff like Battlestar Galactica, Buck Rogers, and so forth. You will never hear nothing like that. But you'll hear it in mine. Because God is around. God is still around, approving it. Even approving them changing a robot. Even them approving, hey, science fiction. Don't get mad at me. It's science fiction. So they say, Rashid, you mean to tell me God approving people being transformed to robots? Yup, God approved it. God approved it. Yup, You're absolutely damn right. Look all this what's going on now. God approving Japan creating these robots that look human and talking human. Some of them, have you seen what some of these robots can do? God is approving that. You know? We're able to mimic, and I'm going to do a show about this because, see, well, the thing is, this right here is not enough time to get into the discussion of how God allows man to imitate him. You see? To imitate him. The only real thing we have is reproduction. When we fuck or have sex. Okay, that's the way we make life here. But other than that, we're making life. The only difference is it's lifeless. You dig what I'm saying? Like if you go to a wax museum, they can make these wax figures, these wax people that look exactly, I'm talking exactly like the celebrities, but they're lifeless. You see, in a way that we could do everything but bring to life. They call it AI, artificial intelligence. It's artificial intelligence, but it's not intelligence. Intelligence belongs with man, and I don't think man gonna give that thing. So it's artificial intelligence. AI is artificial intelligence. So, okay, all right. So we got that. So I want to do a show. I'm going to do a show where we're gonna be discussing how God allows man to do that. That's his position, imitating him, like when God made Adam. See, God is able to breathe life. He was able to breathe life into Adam and bring him alive and make him come alive. Okay, man could do the same thing, but what? Breathe life into him. So man could do the wax, make somebody look like wax, ice sculptures, even action figures, toys for kids. And we're not even going to talk about animation. That's what all this is, animation. I mean, I created all of this. So it's like I'm playing God. It's like I'm playing God. I have that power. Other artists in the world, Robert Crumb or whoever, or Joe Baskey or whoever, who write movies, movie writers, these actors and all, they created this, a world, a fucking world that don't exist. That's like acting like God. That's like imitating God. You're not paying attention. If man on this planet Earth pays attention to everything, it probably scared the fuck out of him. I'm telling you the fucking truth. It'll probably send him into shell shock of all the things that's going on now that you take advantage of and used to seeing. So it's nothing to you. It is something. It's something to God. If God said He's gonna kill you if you don't stop and serve Him, it's something to Him. God gave man permission to imitate Him, whether you know it or not. Whether you know it or not. That means creating a character and bringing it to life, making it talk, making it act. Is imitating God, but it's not God, because only God can give life to you. God could do that without sex. Well, God, let's just say God could do that and bring to life. Man can't. It's artificial when man does it, but it's not artificial when God does it. But that's the only thing. Think about it. The only thing missing is intelligence, dude. Think about it. The only thing missing is intelligence. Think about it. The only thing missing is the thing coming to life. But other than that, we have these. You could go to amusement parks and see these robot people talking. You go to Disney World, see the presidents of the United States of America talking and every damn thing of them. They're not real. But look at that. Man did that. But they're not real. They're not alive. Only God can do that. But look, well, man, it's still imitating God. It's almost like man could do it, but okay, man could make Adam, but then man got to step aside and let God breathe life into him so he could come to life. You see what I'm saying here? Why wouldn't God be in my science fiction? God like to have fun. I think so, and I'm going to leave it like that. God likes to, yeah, he's in my science fiction. Yes, he is. Because you guys not paying attention to the overall picture of what we have permission to do by God, and it's okay. Even though we have his permission and all, and he approves it, doesn't mean he likes it. Now, don't forget now, God wants everybody to serve him, or you're going to be put to death. That's just the way it is. This is his shit. He deserves the praise and everything. You're going to do what he say, or you're out of here. No matter what you can do. But it's just amazing how God still gave us that ability to do that. To draw pictures, to write stories of worlds and all of this shit. So yeah, okay, God gonna be in my science fiction. Why wouldn't he? That's ridiculous. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he be in my science fiction? Why? Of course he is. Of course he is. It's funny.
Actresses. God is going to judge you for this thing. Sir, what's your favorite color? My favorite color matters not, young man. I love blue. Blue is beautiful. Look at that. You gotta go back to Waco, buddy. Go back to Waco. Go back to your compound in your harem in your meth lab. You go to meth lab. Unrighteous judgment. I thought we couldn't judge, sinner. Unrighteous judgment. I thought we couldn't judge. I thought we couldn't judge. You go to meth lab. I thought we couldn't judge. I thought we weren't supposed to judge. Why are you judging me? Well, you're the one that said we can't judge. I didn't say we couldn't judge. I've never done drugs in my life. You're a liar. You're gonna get Texas Walker Razor. Go for it. Yeah, I don't live in Texas. Never done drugs in my life. Unrighteous judgment. Unrighteous judgment. Well, God is the ultimate judge, but he calls us to judge as well. Jesus Christ said in
Funny shit. I was thinking about doing that myself, but like I said, we was going to do it for the fun of it. I knew nobody probably wouldn't listen to me. See, you got to be a certain way to be like that. You know, you got to be a certain way to go out there. And because when you go out there and evangelize like that, you got to be able to take the blows that come at you. And they're going to come hard. I mean, them blows going to come really fucking hard. And you got to be really strong to be out doing that right there. I mean, really, really strong. We did ours different. Like I said, we went from door to door. You know, we never evangelized like that. I mean, that right there is really, really something there. But they're right. And we felt, I don't want to get too into it about spirituality, because y'all know I can't help it. This is every weekend is spiritual, and this is Sunday. So, we got into the thing where it was a thing where we start looking at the evangelists today on television, the ones that's making all the money and all of this stuff like that, and they're doing the right thing. They are doing the right thing, but when you really look at them, somebody say, no, they doing the wrong thing because they rich off of people and they don't know what they're talking about. See, the Bible says, advertise, advertise, advertise. And that's something that Jehovah's Witnesses was doing at first. They had these huge signs, just like evangelists. But Jehovah's Witnesses stopped. They stopped. But they started just like these evangelists right here, with huge signs and microphones and stuff. And all of a sudden, Jehovah's Witnesses stopped. You know? But that's what the Bible says. Advertise. And what do advertise mean? When you ask a Christian or a spiritual person, what do advertise mean? Do you think they really know what it means? Because if they really know what it means, they'll be doing it when it comes to God and His Word. Because what you have inside, with the knowledge you have in your head, you're supposed to go out and advertise. Now you got all these corporations doing it. You can see a Walmart commercial. You can see a Sears commercial. You can see all of these advertising. And the Bible don't say advertise one time. The Bible says it 3 times in a row. Advertise, advertise, advertise. That means advertise just like you've seen on these commercials. And Jehovah's Witnesses was doing it. Christians was doing it. But a lot of them stopped. These guys are steady doing. That's why you see when they now look at the evangelists on television. They're doing the right thing, dude. They're doing the right thing. They're advertising. Of course, they may be getting money. That's, they're getting money. They're getting rich. And some of them are lying. Now, all of these things they're going to have to answer to. But the concept of them doing it, they're doing it right. Because it's about advertising. Now, once they do the advertising, okay, and they're doing the sneaky shit of getting rich or lying or whatever, they're wrong with that. And they'll be held accountable for that. But the whole concept now of them like that, they're doing right. Because the Bible says, advertise, advertise, advertise. Advertise God's kingdom. Advertise God coming back. Advertise Jesus coming back and setting up His kingdom. Advertise, advertise, advertise. And you don't see nobody doing it but these evangelists on television and stuff like that. So they're doing the right thing. Whether you like it or not, know it or not, they're doing the right thing. They may be doing the wrong thing by stealing, getting money and all of that. That's wrong. But the whole concept, they doing right. They doing right. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know why Jehovah's Witnesses stopped doing that. I don't know. But Jehovah's Witnesses used to have trucks. And they used to paint on trucks and hold up huge signs. Because they was just doing what the Bible said. Advertise. And that's the way God wanted to be here on earth. We talking like 4-man meals. You know what I mean? Like that. God wants that. He wants John the Baptist. Advertise, advertise, advertise. And that's the way Christians was doing it at first. And then through the years, they just slowed up. They just slowed up or stopped. You know how Foreman Mills, 4-man meal. They got a big 4-man meal. God wants that right there of people telling His people telling people about His kingdom. God wants that right there. But nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it. And you can look on TV and see these evangelists and all that, and they getting all of it. They're advertising. They're doing the right thing. Now, they wrong for doing all this. Don't get me wrong. They wrong for all the sneaky shit now, getting rich and all that shit. But the whole concept, that's what God wants. Advertise, advertise, and nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it. God wants 4-man meals. He wants that kind of shit. Big words, big letters. God's kingdom is coming. You know? I don't want to get too much into that. I just wanted to bring that out. I just wanted to bring that because a lot of people think that they're wrong for doing that. They think you're supposed to walk around whispering to each other. That's not what Bible. That's not what God. That's not what Jesus said. This is dealing with people's lives, man. This is important. This is dealing with people's lives. They gotta be warned. And whispering ain't in the criteria. But that's another story. Okay? That's another story. We'll talk about it. Like I said, I got a lecture coming up, and I know I keep saying it, but it's just, I feel as though it's not the right time. I just feel as though it's not the right time. Don't be dismayed. Don't be misled. Don't be misled. Don't look at my content and think that it's away from God. Now, you may see some stuff in my content, stuff in my stuff, but don't think that it's straying way away from God. This is a spiritual station around here. Whether you know it or not, it's spiritual. Now, we have some stuff on here that's raunchy and all of that, because we're real, but we don't go too far now. This is a spiritual station around here. Just remember that. So, all of that, meaning the answer is yes. God is in our sci-fi around here. The answer is yes. We're going to get out of here because I got things I got to do, guys, okay? I got things I got to do. And, yeah, we're going to do this again. Expect this again in a few days. I got this, get ready to see, Electric Dreams. That's what y'all seeing now. Okay, Electric Dreams stuff. The global technology trade, all part of Electric Dreams, coming up soon in the next week or so. Playing with a rerun. Yeah, now I got it right. A rerun of Linda Lee's. All right, so get ready for that, and let's make it a good week. Okay, let's make it a good week, and y'all take care of yourself and stay safe. All right, take care.